Good to catch up with fast-rising UFC heavyweight Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl, tell me how you're doing in France. I know this is a weird time for everyone. How are you holding up during this pandemic?
Yeah. This is a special time for everybody in this world. But we keep going, and just take care of you, of your family, and respect the rules. That's it, and stay at home and take it easy.
No question. Now, you were originally scheduled to be on UFC 249, which is still trying to happen, it looks like, but you had to bow out before all this stuff started happening. Talk to me about what happened. I believe you had an injury. What happened to you there, and how are you recovering so far?
Yeah, the recovery is really good. I don't know if the word is good. Pneumothorax, you know what it is?
I'm not sure.
I had a pneumothorax, a problem with my land, but it won't be a problem anymore. Now I'm good. And I'm just started to train again, to train my ship, and I'm good. Very
nice. Are you able to train at all? What are you trying to do right now? I'm interested what fighters are doing to stay in shape and to stay ready for when you can fight again.
I keep training, the pull-up, the push-up, the abs, that's it. I try to do my best in my home, but it's complicated. It's complicated with the gym is closed, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, everybody's waiting right now. Let me ask you, Ciryl. I mean, you 3-0 in the UFC already. I mean, it was like a 4-month stretch where you were just rattling off wins, man. I mean, what's that feeling like for you? I mean, I know everybody wants to get to the UFC, but to pick up wins that fast, to be impressive, did you imagine that you could make that type of immediate impact in the UFC?
No. It was a great surprise. Yes, I'm really lucky to do 3 fights in 5-6 months, and we did well because we won all 3, and with the good prestation. With the submission, so with the experience, because I go to the end, I went to the end of my 3rd fight, so I learned a lot. So yes, we are really proud with my team, with my coach, my family too, my fans too, my friends too. So yes, this is good.
Nice. How did you even get started in MMA, Ciryl? I wonder, because obviously it's been illegal in France. So what made you say, I want to do this sport that technically I can't even compete in my home country?
I started, it was a coincidence. I met Fernand Lopez because MMA Factory was really close to my old home. And I knocked to the door and I meet Fernand Lopez. I trained maybe 2 or 3 times, and he saw me and he proposed to me a good career, and I say yes, let's go. And we did it, and yes, I did my first fight in TKO just 6 months after we beginning. Started, yeah.
Wow. It sounds like a familiar story, obviously, right? Your training partner at times, Francis Ngannou, is similar, right? He wanted to be a boxer, and Fernand turned him to mixed martial arts. So the comparisons between you two guys are natural. Are you okay with people comparing you to Francis Ngannou, or does that bother you that they link you together?
No, but that's normal. That's normal because we was born in the same gym. And why we are in the same division, in the same league, so that's normal. That's completely normal.
Fair enough. I'm assuming we would never see you two guys fight down the road, or would you guys fight each other, or would that always be impossible?
I prefer to say it's not possible, but if they want to do something. This is a director. I'm just a fighter. But I hope if we will do it, I hope because Francis gonna win the title for sure the few times. If we do it, I hope it's for the title, for the friends, the good image.
Fair enough. So I want to ask you about yourself as a fighter because, coming into the UFC, I thought you were basically a striker, but you mentioned you've got these submissions. I mean, what's your grappling background? Did you have a grappling background before this?
No. No. I learned with Fernando Lopez, with my team, with Tonton Impumbu, the champion of Bellator of light heavyweight.
Sure.
And no, I'm a fast learner, and I don't know. I can when I feel it, I do it. And this is a surprise for me too, huh? This is a surprise for me. But yes, we can did it. So this is a good news.
That's awesome. You mentioned Francis. He's fighting Jairzinho Rozenstruik already in a main event. Well, was supposed to be a main event, but a big fight. He's just 4 fights into his career. How do you see your career path, Ciryl? I mean, are you ready? I mean, you're just 6 fights into your career. Are you ready for top contenders and rankings and main events, or do you feel like you still want to develop a little bit, maybe take it a little slower?
But we are not in the rush. I just started my career in MMA. But if we have the opportunities for my next fight against Shamil, it's a really good opportunities for me. Huh? It's a really good, it's a real test for me. This is it's not for disrespect my former opponent, but Shamil is a number 10, so it's gonna be a real test for me. But I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
Very nice. Let's talk a little bit about life outside the UFC. You mentioned Fernando Lopez and what he's done in your career. He's launching this organization, Aries, in France and in Africa. I'm curious, are you going to have any involvement with that? I mean, being he's your coach, are you going to do anything with that promotion?
He did in Dakar for the first event, and I was there just like guest, but not only like as a friend to support, my coach and my director Benjamin Serfati, and for his first event, and he did very well. I think Ares is gonna be a serious league in this world, but you have really focused on Africa and Europe, and especially in France. And I think it's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
What do you think with it finally being legal in France? Do you think it's going to change the scene there with maybe the UFC coming to France, with Aries coming to France? Do you think maybe more fighters, more athletes will look at it as an opportunity?
Yeah, 100%. With this, there are a lot of talent in France. We are a lot of fighters, and it will be a real big opportunity for this fighter, and also for the economy of MMA. Of course.
If the UFC comes to France, I mean, the schedule we don't know right now, but if the UFC comes to France, am I assuming that you'll be saying, "Put me on that card"?
Yeah, I hope, and I will be really happy to fight in my country, front of my family, front of my fan and my friend, and yes, it will be really good news.
Fantastic. Well, I know we're excited to see you compete again, man. You were a great revelation to the heavyweight division in 2019. We don't know. Obviously, we're at the mercy of this coronavirus right now, but ideally, if the UFC schedule gets going again the way Dana White says it is, how soon can you fight? When will you be healthy enough to compete?
Maybe for my next fight?
Yes.
Maybe I think I'm gonna be available for July. July. Yeah, July. I think July is gonna be all right. I think July.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's International Fight Week? Maybe would you come out to Vegas? Maybe be on a big Vegas card?
No, I don't know. Yes, maybe. Why not? Because I love the big card in New York with Khabib Ferguson. So maybe Las Vegas is a good deal for me. Yes.
I like it. Well, Ciryl, I won't take up any more of your time, but you had a great 2019. 2020 is a weird start for the entire world, of course. But once we get going again, hopefully everything's good. What do you want to accomplish this year? You said you're not in a rush, but I mean, are there a certain number of fights you want to compete in? Are there a ranking that you want? What do you want to do by the end of this year?
I just want to be I just want to be the best version of myself, step by step. I don't have a really target. I don't have anyone to want to fight. No. I just want to do my fight after fight. If one day we can fight for the belt, we will do it. We will do it.
Fantastic. Ciryl, brother, I appreciate the time, man. Thank you very much. Stay safe and excited to see you fight again, man.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.